I have this trait that a lot of people have called me out on, basically because it's really toxic, and they called me out for it. They wanted me to improve on it or do something about it because I couldn't stay that way if I wanted to maintain my friendship with them. And it's the fact that I'm not fully present in what I'm doing and fully present in the moment. And I think that this is something that I got from self-improvement, because there's this mindset where you always have to be thinking ahead and thinking for the future, what your future self is gonna be like, what future moves you're gonna be planning for yourself, that you take yourself out of your current situation and you don't enjoy the moment with the people that you are hanging around with. If I would go with my friends out for dinner, let's say, I would most of the time keep stressing about the work that I'm gonna be doing tomorrow and always keep it in my mind. I couldn't take it out of my mind, and that's because I always have this forward thinking. And don't get me wrong, thinking about your future is essential, because this is how you make the moves in your life and you already have a concrete plan that you're gonna follow. But most of the time, the people around you, they just want to have a good time with you, and it's not something that is detrimental to your growth if you take some time off, if you go enjoy yourself and you go out with one of your friends. It's not that bad, and you shouldn't be focused on productivity 24/7. And that's something that was really tough for me to understand, because I always related it to me lacking on what I was working towards. So instead of recording a video, instead of reading, instead of being in the gym, I would be wasting my time with my friends. And I'm not dissing on my friends or anything, but you need to go outside, you need to be social as well. And there are 3 things that I have maintained in order to become much more present in what I'm doing. And the first thing is to be mindful. And in order to be mindful, this is a word that is thrown around a lot in the self-improvement community. For my case, I've tried to do a lot of things, from meditating to journaling to being able to sit by myself, in order to become much more mindful and grateful of my situation and of what I have. But I couldn't help it. Even if I was closing my eyes, I always felt that what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, what will I do in a week, how many subscribers do I have. You see, all of these things that were keeping my mind working 24/7. Even when I was showering, bro, I kept getting these thoughts in my head about future videos that I want to create, about routines that I'll be following at the gym. And I really don't see a problem in it, because I'm inspired 24/7 through this thought process. And I really like the fact that my brain is always working. Sometimes you just need to lay down and allow your mind to rest. And that's something that I didn't learn up until I started focusing on my breath. So you've been watching this video for a couple of minutes now. Did you even think or have been aware of the way that you were breathing? Or are you just breathing through your mouth? For the majority of my life, I was a heavy mouth breather. I would breathe through my mouth, not even think about it. I was just not aware of it. And you never understand the true power that you have in your body unless you control your breath and you really be conscious about it. And you do it through your nose properly. And this went with me to the extent that I wanted to learn the science behind breathing, because I didn't want to let such a powerful activity pass me by, or I want to do it without even thinking about it. So sure, sometimes you can breathe without even micromanaging all of these little things, but having a general idea of what you should be doing in order to properly breathe. I even got this book, which is by James Nestor. It's called Breath, and I highly recommend you reading it. Yes, I am that guy that reads about how he can breathe properly. So in this book, there's this method that is called the 4-7-8 breathing pattern method, which was discovered by Dr. Andrew Weil, or Andrew Weil. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Excuse me, Dr. Andrew. But basically this whole breathing process, it follows 3 patterns, which is inhale, and then you hold your breath, and then you exhale. In this method, you basically inhale while counting to 4, and then you hold your breath in while counting to 7, and then afterwards you exhale while counting to 8. So if you do this, I'm gonna do it right now just for the sake of showing you how to properly do it. So let's go, you can try it with me. just doing this, you will feel that oxygen is coming through your brain. It's just entering the dead parts of your brain, the parts that were asleep, that were not awakened. It makes you feel alive. It makes you feel that you are fully present and aware of your surroundings and of your environment. And if you do this on multiple times, for example, if you sit down and you make sure that you really want to focus on your breath, all of this emotion, all of these things that are going through your head, from thoughts, from things that you don't want to be thinking about because you want to be fully present, all of these emotions, all of the trauma that you might have inside of yourself and your brain, it's just gonna disappear. Or if it's not gonna disappear, it's gonna feel much more lighter. You're no longer gonna be stressing about things that you're gonna be doing tomorrow or next week. You are just calming yourself, you are in a mood of relaxation, and you are just connecting with your body. And I think this is something really important. You should be connecting with the person that you are. You should be fully aware of what's happening in your current environment in order to process everything that is going around you. There's something really powerful about breathing that not a lot of people think about. And once you become really aware of the way that you are inhaling, exhaling, how much you're holding your breath in, doing it properly through your nose and then exhaling through your mouth, all of these things you can carry on to different areas of your life. For example, I use the same methods while training, and trust me when I tell you, the quality of the reps that I've been doing in the gym, they have improved tremendously once I've started focusing on breathing properly. So I'm no longer walking around just aimlessly breathing through my mouth and not even thinking about it. And that's what at the end of the day leads you to you being present in the moment. The second thing that I focused on was limiting the amount of me using technology and social media, to be exact. So my phone, for example, I don't even remember where I put my phone. I was planning to pull it out right now when I would be talking about it, but it's probably like somewhere around the house because I haven't been using it for a long time. Last time I used it maybe was in the morning, and that was it. I'm no longer checking my notifications. As a matter of fact, I have my notifications turned off on my phone, so I do not get a single message when someone writes me. I get the message whenever I deliberately click on the app, so it doesn't call for my attention. And whenever I'm around other people, I no longer use it as a shield because I don't want to be social with them. I use it in a way where I could be productive while using my phone because it is a powerful tool. I don't want to miss out on it. Because I have friends all over the world, we connect with each other through the phone. I can't see all of my friends live every single day, as much as this would be a cool thing to have, but unfortunately I have to rely on my phone, whether it's through WhatsApp, iMessage, video calls, or just normal calls. But don't get too sucked into this new era of technology, of being online 24/7 and being chronically online. And I think that using the internet in a productive way makes you really appreciate what you have between your hands. And this is why I have my wallpaper right here. It says stop stressing and just create. So while I'm using my computer, for example, I'm mostly focused on creating the video that I want to be doing. I no longer like have all of these multiple tabs all opened at once where I just take my attention away and give it to multiple areas. No, I take my attention and I put it into what I'm currently doing right now. For example, I'm recording this video. I'm fully aware and present of what I'm saying and what I'm doing right now. I know that later on I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna edit this video. I'm gonna have to maybe have dinner and then shower. So all of these things, they don't align with my mind right now. Right now, all I'm focusing on is how I'll be able to produce the best quality of content that I could at this moment. And that's something that you can use to your advantage because you are fully knowing what you are doing. You are no longer on autopilot, if you know what I'm saying. How many times do you do activities where you feel like you are away from your mind, and then you have to remind yourself, what am I actually doing? Oh yeah, right, I'm recording a video. I need to say something important. I shouldn't let my mind deviate. And to reach this point where you don't let your mind deviate, you have to do a lot of introspective work on yourself and on your mind. And I think breathing, like I've mentioned before, and limiting distractions from technology or social media are two of the most essential parts that you can start taking right now. You can right now switch your phone off. You can just ignore all of the notifications that you have, focus on the way that you are breathing, and just in like 10 seconds you can feel that the quality of your attention has changed. The quality of your life is evolving. You are fully right right now living in the moment. You are no longer thinking of the past, no longer dwelling on things that have already happened, and you don't worry what's going to happen in the future. You are your own entity right now, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Once you are present in this moment, in this very second, you can use it in order to reshape your future. You can use it in order to rectify the mistakes that you have done in your past. So don't sleep on the importance of you being here right now. The last point that I have also started doing was just focusing on one task at once, and I think I've already talked about it, but I'm still gonna mention it anyway because I wrote it down on my notes. And it's just not allowing your mind to have multiple areas that it needs to focus on all at once, because you will end up demotivated. Let's say you start going to the gym. All right, you want to get in shape, you want to start building muscle for yourself. So instead of saying that I want to train my entire body at once in just one single day, you will have to dissect your body in multiple areas, and then you will train one singular group at a time. So for example, the first day you'll do biceps, the second day you'll do chest, the third day you'll do back. Right now you are taking all of the areas that you want to focus on and dividing them into actionable steps that you can take, into small steps. With just focusing on one task, and one task alone, is gonna elevate your productivity. It's gonna make you feel that you are actually getting shit done in the task that you are doing, and you are evolving in your craft, and you are evolving in what you are trying to accomplish, what you are trying to do in your training, in your video. No matter what area you are trying to focus on, just make it one activity at a time. So just dividing this goal that you are trying to reach into multiple small goals, and then you tackle one small goal at a time. This is how you become much more productive, you become much more present in the moment, and you are no longer worried about the bigger picture, because through these small actions that you are doing, you're basically painting this bigger picture that you want to reach in your life. If I don't take small actionable steps, I'm not gonna reach my entire end goal, and I'm always gonna be intimidated by this end goal that I'll see in front of me. I hope that you found the video helpful. You can start applying it in your life, and you can also become much more present in what you are doing, because trust me, it's gonna improve the quality of your life. It's gonna make you stand out, and it will make you level up in life. It's the number one thing that you can really do right now. It really doesn't take a lot of effort. It does take practice in order to get the hang of it, but once you do so, it's just gonna become second nature. You are no longer worried, you are no longer intimidated by the future, and you don't allow the past to hold you back. So I really hope that you found the video helpful. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated, and I'll see you in the next video, bro. Thanks for watching. Peace.